Are you a fan of rock and metal music? If so, you may have noticed that despite being one of the most iconic figures in the genre, many of Ozzy Osbourne's peers just can't stand the guy. It's a peculiar thing, isn't it? After all, Ozzy is one of the pioneers of heavy metal and hard rock, and his contributions to music are undeniable. So what's the deal? Why do rockers hate Ozzy? To answer this question, we need to take a closer look at the man behind the myth. Ozzy's career has been filled with controversial incidents and wild stories that have contributed to his reputation as a wild and crazy guy. From biting the head off a bat to getting fired from Black Sabbath, Ozzy has done it all. But is this the real Ozzy? In this video, we're going to explore why rockers can't stand Ozzy Osbourne. We'll delve into his personality, his music, and his legacy to see what makes him such a polarizing figure in the world of rock and metal. So buckle up and get ready to rock as we take a deep dive into the world of Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne is one of the most legendary figures in rock and metal history. His career spans over 5 decades, and he has been a part of some of the most influential bands in the genre, including Black Sabbath and his own solo projects. However, despite his immense popularity, Ozzy has also gained a reputation as a wild and crazy guy, thanks in large part to some of the more infamous moments of his career. One of the most well-known incidents involving Ozzy was when he famously bit the head off of a bat during a concert in 1982. This shocking act immediately made headlines and cemented Ozzy's reputation as a wild and unpredictable performer. However, this incident has also been the subject of much controversy over the years, with some claiming that it was a staged stunt rather than a genuine accident. Another infamous moment in Ozzy's career was when he was fired from Black Sabbath in 1979 due to his erratic behavior and substance abuse issues. While Ozzy has since gone on to have a successful solo career, this moment still haunts him, and many fans and critics still view it as a low point in his career. Despite these controversies, the myth of Ozzy Osbourne has only grown over the years. He has been portrayed in movies, TV shows, and even video games as a larger-than-life figure who embodies the wild, untamed spirit of rock and roll. However, this myth has also overshadowed the reality of who Ozzy is as a person and a musician. In reality, Ozzy is a much more down-to-earth and humble guy than his public persona might suggest. He has been open about his struggles with addiction and mental health issues, and has spoken candidly about his desire to be remembered for his music rather than his wild antics. Nevertheless, despite Ozzy Osbourne's reputation as a wild and crazy rock star, his actual personality is quite different from the public perception of him. In interviews and documentaries, Ozzy comes across as a down-to-earth and humble guy with a good sense of humor. One of the reasons for Ozzy's humble personality may be his working-class background. He grew up in a poor family in Birmingham, England, and started working in a factory at the age of 15. Ozzy has talked about the struggles of his upbringing and how it has shaped him as a person. He has said that he never takes his success for granted and always remembers where he came from. Ozzy's humble personality is also reflected in his interactions with fans. He has always been known for his friendly and approachable demeanor, often taking time to talk to fans and sign autographs. In fact, Ozzy has been known to spend hours signing autographs after his shows, even when he's exhausted. Another aspect of Ozzy's personality that often surprises people is his intelligence. Despite his reputation as a party animal, Ozzy is actually quite well-read and knowledgeable about a wide range of subjects. He has even been known to recommend books to fans during his shows. Despite all of these positive traits, some rockers still can't stand Ozzy. Part of the reason may be jealousy or resentment towards his success. Others may simply find his antics and public persona off-putting. However, it's important to remember that Ozzy's personality is only one aspect of his overall legacy. His contributions to rock and metal through his music and influence cannot be denied, and that's ultimately what matters most. Ozzy Osbourne's music career spans over 5 decades and has left an undeniable mark on the world of rock and metal. From his early days with Black Sabbath to his successful solo career, Ozzy has been at the forefront of heavy metal and hard rock. One of Ozzy's most significant contributions to music was his work with Black Sabbath. Alongside Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, Ozzy helped pioneer the heavy metal sound that would go on to influence countless bands. Black Sabbath's iconic album Paranoid is a landmark in the history of rock music and features some of Ozzy's most memorable performances, such as War Pigs and Iron Man. After leaving Black Sabbath in the late 1970s, Ozzy launched his solo career and released his debut album Blizzard of Oz in 1980. The album was a massive success and featured classic tracks like Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley. Ozzy continued to release successful albums throughout the 1980s, including Diary of a Madman and Bark at the Moon. In the 1990s, Ozzy's music took on a more experimental edge. He worked with producer Rick Rubin on his album No More Tears, which blended hard rock and heavy metal with elements of grunge and alternative rock. The album was a commercial success and featured hits like Mama, I'm Coming Home and Road to Nowhere. Ozzy's music has continued to evolve over the years, and he has remained an influential figure in the world of rock and metal. In 2010, he released Scream, which incorporated electronic and industrial elements into his sound. More recently, Ozzy released his 12th studio album, Ordinary Man, in 2000, which featured collaborations with artists like Elton John and Post Malone. Overall, Ozzy's music is characterized by his powerful vocals, catchy hooks, and heavy guitar riffs. His contributions to the development of heavy metal and hard rock are undeniable, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of musicians to this day. Despite the controversies and criticisms, Ozzy Osbourne's legacy in rock and metal is undeniable. He has been a significant figure in the music industry for over 5 decades, and his contributions to the genre have left a lasting impact. One of the key aspects of Ozzy's legacy is his influence on other musicians. Many artists cite Ozzy as an inspiration for their music and career, including the likes of Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and Pantera. Ozzy's contribution to popular culture is also noteworthy. From his wild onstage antics to his infamous reality TV show, The Osbournes, he has become a household name and a pop culture phenomenon. His music has been featured in numerous movies, TV shows, and video games, further solidifying his place in the zeitgeist. Moreover, Ozzy's enduring popularity is a testament to his influence and impact on the genre. He continues to sell out arenas and stadiums worldwide, and his albums have sold millions of copies. In 2019, he released his latest album, Ordinary Man, which received critical acclaim and debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200. In addition, Ozzy has been recognized with numerous awards and accolades throughout his career. He has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Black Sabbath and has received multiple Grammy nominations. He was also honored with the Global Icon Award at the 2014 MTV Europe Music Awards, recognizing his contribution to music and pop culture. In conclusion, while Ozzy Osbourne may not be everyone's cup of tea, his legacy in rock and metal is undeniable. His influence on other musicians, his contributions to popular culture, and his enduring popularity are all testaments to his impact on the genre. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying that Ozzy has left an indelible mark on the world of music.